fuck is that thing? Is that a gram? I think it might be a gram. Oh, hello. Lots of traffic about. I think the kids have come out of school. Tell you what, it ain't all fucking boiling. Meine Kopf ist sehr scheißen. I stand by what I said about this bike. It doesn't feel like you're going as fast as you are. Right, ride this thing sensibly is the task for today. I've officially passed, I think it's 100 mile. You're gonna look this way? Yeah, thank you. And I'm loving it. It's a very hard bike to break in because it makes you want to do stupid things all the time. I've said before, oh shit, have I forgot my phone? I fucking have as well. What an absolute knob end. Right. What a dickweed. I knew I was forgetting something. Good bloody god. I've also lost my earplugs. I don't know where the fuck they've gone now, but hoorah, Marine. That's all the way back we go, eh? Right, let's pick up where I left off before I forgot my fucking phone. Right, well, guess where we're off to today, boys and girls? We're off down to Staff's Triumph. Now they've basically taken my bits off my bike. I'm getting the exhaust and the spindle sliders and stuff. Yeah, just gonna go in and get my exhaust. It's a beautiful day. It's such a nice day today. It was quite cold this morning, but it's gone up to about 18 degrees now. And there are a few bits and bobs about this bike I'd like to talk about as well. So, okay, that was a bit. Didn't like that. It just went into neutral for some reason and almost threw me off the fucking thing. Now, I don't know where my earplugs are gone, but I bloody need them. Christ. I've had them for years as well. I bet they've fallen out my pocket somewhere. I've had that Apple a couple of times now, that false neutral. Hey, that was a nice jump. What is going on with this quick shifter? And what a day for it. It looks like I'm going into cloud though. It's really nice where I am. I'm not sure about where I'm going though. So yeah, I have done, how many miles have I done on this bike now? I've done 167 miles, bloody hell. It's more than I thought actually. The outside temp is 18 degrees, oil temp's 93 degrees. This gives me everything that I need. It's absolutely, it's cracking. The one thing that I don't like is that in order for you to get into that menu where it shows you more, you press the up button. And you know, logic would say you could press the down button to kind of go out of that, but you don't, you have to press the back button over here. That's kind of annoying. I've found that in this menu system quite a bit actually, where there's little things like that where some buttons work to get into things but don't work to get out, and it's a bit, I don't know, a bit topsy-turvy really. Yeah, when I put the front brake on, I can hear like a weird whizzing noise. I'm not sure if that's the pad bedding in. We're nearly 200 mile on the bike now, so it's only the third time I've ridden this bike and I'm on 170 odd mile already. I love it, I absolutely love it. Yes, fucking look this way. I hate when they do that. They're at a junction and they don't look. But another thing that I really like about this is that you've got your favourites list here. And what I didn't know about this bike is that it's got tyre pressure sensors as standard in them, which is really, really cool. That was something I was going to pay sort of 300 quid for the Speed Triple, for the Triumph. I'm not sure how accurate they are, because basically when these bikes come out of the crate and they're handed over to the customer, they're meant to be 36 even, and that says 41 front, 40 rear, which is a bit weird. I've noticed that actually, that the front standard is got a higher pressure than the rear, which is a bit, that's not right. So I don't know if it's there inaccurate or what. I've not actually measured the tyre pressure myself yet using my scale, so not too sure on that one. But it is cool that you've got it, because it's awesome. You have to be moving though, by the way, you have to be moving, and the bike has to be on and in gear. But it is really cool to see how temperature and how you ride, and obviously the air expansion, all that kind of stuff. It's cool to see that on the go. So I keep kind of flicking between the front and rear tyre pressure monitors and things like trip. But the thing is, I've got everything I need in front of me really, and all I can do, if I want to know my trip, I can just switch over, see how much petrol I've got left, and go up on that, and then go back, and then I can just scroll across, and I can do that if I wanted to. The most important ones for me are fuel range. It always is. And I'm very surprised at the fuel range on this bike. It's saying I've got 40 mile range left. Look how pretty the scenery is now. It's sunny, eh? It's gorgeous. Look at it. Wow. And how many footballers live down here, eh? The big houses, these. It really doesn't like going into second though from first. Yeah, I'm really surprised at the tank range I've got off this already. I think I've got about, well let's see, it says I've got 40-mile range left. Where's my trip? Oh, watch out. So if I go out of that and back into here, I can go up and I can start changing things that I want, which is probably not the best thing to do while she's trying to ride. I want to get to my trip 1. I mean, it gives you quite pointless things like average speed and stuff, and I don't really see the point in that personally. But look, I've done 123 mile on trip 1 and it says I've got 40 mile left. If that's true, I'm happy with that, like really happy. The thing I don't like is that the fuel reserve warning light has come on at like 40 mile again. Now that to me is a little bit annoying. They seem to really overcompensate. I get it, I do get it, because people, idiots like me, run out of petrol and you want to let them know early, but I don't know, there's petrol stations absolutely everywhere. I don't really think people need to know that. I mean, this is such a pretty place, Holmes Chapel. Oh, bark! It's got such a nice bark to it. It's like bark, bark, bark. There's an old Triumph. Oh no, it's an old Kawasaki Z900. Bloody hell! Is that actually a Z900? I've not seen one of them in ages. Yeah, the quick shifter seems to work from first to second sometimes really well, but I still cannot figure it out. I've got a feeling there's a few dips in the torque and in power, and it doesn't like being at that particular point. I really don't know, to be honest. Yeah, it's such a cool, it's just a nice amount of information that you've got on the screen there that you can just choose, and you know what I'm like, I really like to know how much petrol I've got left, and I like to get as much out of my bike as I can. If I'm doing simple riding like this and I've done 124 mile, it's saying, and I've got 40 mile left. The only criticism that I do have, if any, is that it goes down in 10 mile increments. Instead of 40, 39, 38, it goes 40, 30, 20, which, if you're down at 20 and 10, I don't know if I've not got that far yet, but if you are down that range, you know, and it just all of a sudden you've got 10 miles left and it's like, well, it doesn't count down in single digits, you're fucked, because it could be 1 mile left and it still says 10. That's kind of annoying. And also it tells you, obviously, you got your fuel consumption as well, which is really cool. 51 mile a gallon is really good. I was not expecting that, and that's UK gallon as well. On the speed triple I was getting 39, and that was the highest I ever got on that bike. Bloody hell, I forgot about that bump. But yeah, 51 mile a gallon, I will take that any day. And if I am getting, I was hoping I would match the speed triple at least, 130 mile a gallon, 130 mile out of a tank. That's like on dregs as well. I would be happy with that, because I know this is a big thirsty V-twin, but if I can get even more, well, I've passed that already, you know. So that is amazing for me. All that information right in front of me. I don't have to go into some stupid menu, and I can only see one at a time. God, you can really feel the pistons going for it there in 6th gear. It does not like that. You do get some nice bangs from the exhaust sometimes on the D-cell, and upshifting as well. There's definitely something going up front, you know. Something doesn't feel right up front. It's like a shake or a cracking. It's almost like the front caliper. They're not seated properly or something. I really don't know. It doesn't really feel right. I don't want to start having issues with this fucking thing now, after everything I've been through, for fuck's sake. Yeah, there's definitely a noise there I'm not liking. Can you hear it when I go to brake? It's not a usual squeaking, it's more like a zzz, and when I come to a stop, the head feels like it's wobbling. It's a bit weird, that. I'm not liking it too much. Hopefully the front end of the bike isn't just about to fucking fall out, but... Yeah, it's like if I hit a bump or brake, the front end kind of just shimmies, and it's got a weird sound to it, and it kind of like almost as if something's loose, and I don't like it. Oh, fucking hell was that? Fucking bloody bollocks. I might go to the potteries whilst I'm here. Yeah, I'm having a really good time with this bike so far. Absolutely loving it. I've had a few people request me to do like a speed triple versus this video. I mean, I did do that when I test rode Moggy's bike, but I think that with a bit more miles under my belt, obviously, and now actually owning one, it's probably best to do that again. Yeah, I do like riding around here because the roads are amazing. Well, they're not amazing, they're still potholed to fuck, but the actual environment itself is really nice, and it's been a while since I've been down this end. Right, we've gone down to 30 mile fuel range now, and we've done 131 mile, so if I can get 160 mile out of the tank, I'll be very, very happy. I just don't want to run out of petrol again. Talking of running out of petrol, I ran out of petrol down here once. This clacking issue at the front, it's really getting... It's worrying me. I don't know what it is. Slightly confusing. But we'll get there. We shall get there. So yeah, we're just going to go in, pick up the exhaust and bugger off. But to be fair on the guys at Staff's Triumph, they have been really good. You know, there are a lot of dealers out there that just can't be bothered. They can't be arsed with you. And a few other ones that I've spoken to recently actually kind of show me how good Staff's Triumph actually are. So don't let my experience put you off, because those guys have been really good. They've always been there straight away to sort me out. So thank you to those guys. It's Triumph that are the problem, not Staff's Triumph. So yeah, does need a can this bike, doesn't it, eh boys? It sounds nice, alright, like without it, to be honest. It sounds quite good. The thing I don't want to do is do what happened with the fucking pro race, where I end up bloody getting something that's way too fucking loud for me. I remember Moggy's Austin Racing, that sounded good and it wasn't too loud, so maybe something like that. But trying to get one of them, it's like bloody pixie dust, those things. You can't get hold of them. If you're going to get one from Austin Racing, you're waiting weeks for them to actually bloody make them and stuff. So, and I can't afford an Austin Racing brand new. So whilst I'm here, I might have a pop into the Potteries, the KTM, and see if they're around to help me with this cracking issue at the front, because I don't know what it is. It feels like something's loose and I can't really put my head around it. It's almost like the head bearings, and it keeps drifting off right as well. I've noticed that with cruise control, and as it wants to drift right. I'm really not sure, but hopefully this isn't the start of another fucking episode like we had with the speed. I say hey, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? I swear I forget my bag in it. Oh, thank God it's on my back. In fact, yeah, I don't know why I'm just sat here. Why don't I just fucking go over here in front of this guy? Oh, KFC smells good, doesn't it? Oh. Staff's Triumph, here we are. Please actually be fucking open. Is anyone gonna let me in? Thank you. Let's have a look. Is anyone in? I don't fucking know. Right, wish me luck, boys and girls. We're gonna go in, get our shite. Oh.